In the heart of a small town stood an aging hospital with a history as murky as the shadows that clung to its corridors. The locals whispered about mysterious deaths, strange occurrences, and the chilling feeling that something lingered in the air. Nurse Amelia had worked at St. Agnes Hospital for decades, and she had seen her fair share of life and death. One stormy night, as thunder rattled the windows and rain beat against the roof, she found herself alone on the night shift. The power flickered ominously, casting eerie shadows that danced along the walls. Amelia was checking in on the patients in the abandoned East Wing, a part of the hospital that had been closed off for years. As she walked down the dimly lit hallway, the soft hum of the flickering fluorescent lights above echoed through the emptiness. The air seemed to thicken with each step, and a feeling of unease settled in her. She approached the room of Mrs. Henderson, a patient who had mysteriously passed away years ago. The door creaked open, revealing a room frozen in time. The bed was neatly made, as if the occupant had just stepped out for a moment. The air was cold, and Amelia's breath hung in front of her like a ghostly apparition. Suddenly, a faint sound of footsteps echoed in the hallway, and a distant whisper carried through the air. "Help me," it murmured, barely audible over the storm outside. Amelia's heart raced as she followed the sound, passing empty rooms with rusted beds and peeling wallpaper. As she turned the corner, she saw a figure standing at the end of the hallway. It was a pale, ghostly silhouette that seemed to flicker with the fading light. The figure beckoned her forward, its voice now a desperate plea for release. Amelia hesitated, fear coursing through her veins. The figure grew more insistent, its whispers becoming anguished cries. The air grew colder, and the lights above flickered violently. Against her better judgment, Amelia took a step closer. Just as she reached out to touch the ghostly figure, the lights went out, plunging the hallway into complete darkness. The hospital fell silent, and the only sound was the pounding of Amelia's heart. When the lights flickered back on, the ghostly figure was gone, leaving Amelia standing alone in the chilling emptiness of the East W. From that night on, the whispers in the ward persisted, and the locals spoke of the haunted East Wing. Nurse Amelia, forever changed by the encounter, retired soon after, leaving the hospital to its dark secrets and the ghostly echoes of the past.